Hello everyone and welcome back to that sweet Warlander content. Recently we've had an influx of subs and comments on the channel, and I want to give a huge shout out to all of you and just say thank you for coming to my channel. That being said, I received this comment and it brings up a really good point. So shout out to Damien, because now we're going to look at the difference between Napalm and Wind Trap. I've come up with a pros and cons list that it's kind of personalized. You know, like I tried to be as objective as possible, but it's all about playstyle and what you think is fun. So at the end of the day, no matter what, kind of conclusion we come to, it's all up to you. If you like one over the other, that's okay. So now let's get right into it and see which one we think is better. Okay, let's hop into this. We're going to do a mock battle because it's going to be easier to show off all the moves in a mock battle versus an actual battle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with the pros of each, and then we're going to do the cons. At least that's what I'm going to try to do. I often get sidetracked because I have ADHD brain. Okay, wait, I want to play catch. Okay, so first things first, we're going to go with Wind Trap first. And the first pro is you can set it and forget it. So I can just set it down, walk away, and it's gonna go off if somebody crosses its threshold. Super awesome, super simple, super great. I think that's a really good feature to have, because you can put it in strategic places, walk away, set another one down somewhere else, which is obviously something you would want. Let's see if I can get anything this way. Woo! Nice. So let me show you what I mean by set it and forget it. So boom, boom, and boom. So I just set 3 down right here, so if anything passes these, they're gonna just get pushed back, right? Another pro is that it's 3 uses. So right here, 3 uses, easy, it's great. Holy crap, my AI team is cracked. Another pro is that you can use other movesets. So you can see I'm flicking through other movesets, and the traps that I set are still there. So that's super useful, incredibly useful. Just great. Chef keys. Okay. No, that's fine. Another pro for this is that you can replace the traps wherever you want if the cooldown is over, which is also good because let's say you put them down like I did and they ended up not getting used. I can just put them somewhere else right here as long as the cooldown has finished. So that's also really, really useful. Man, shoot, you are getting destroyed by my arrows, friend. Another good way to use Wind Trap is in these narrow places. Like that AI did. And you just do that. And a lot of times they'll get knocked off from the bridge. I've done that a few times. So now we'll talk about the cons of Wind Trap. I could only find like a couple. So I'm hoping, if you guys know more, if you think there are more, if you think of some that I didn't think of, let me know down in the comments below. We'll have a discussion about it. It'll be great. So my first con, low damage output. Not a lot of damage going on with Wind Trap, and that's okay. I think the ones that I'm using right now are both level 1. Wind Trap level 1 only does about 10 damage output, so it's not that good, but it's good for like stunning. It's good to push somebody back and then be able to finish them off or get away or whatever like that. The second one is it has a small AoE, so they have to really be precisely put to really be effective. They're not gonna. It's not like a large thing where you're gonna be able to just get a bunch of people all at once simply because you put it down. That's not how it's gonna work. Nice. And so those are the pros and cons of Wind Trap so far. I don't know if I'll even get a chance to talk about. So here we go. So as you can see, that's one of the first. That's one of the first pros for Napalm: high damage output. Napalm is meant to be an offensive spell. It can be defensive, which is cool. I think it's best suited as an offensive spell, but it all depends on how you use it, and that's okay. Everybody has different play styles, and we don't all play the same. So if you use it in a different way, you're more creative than I am. So high damage output, number one pro to Napalm. Napalm does literally at level 1 10 times more damage than Wind Trap does. And as you just saw, it's a great offensive play. So if you're looking to be an offensive player, it's a really good offensive play. As you can see, another one is it can also stack 3 times, and it simultaneously goes off whenever you detonate it. So don't be afraid of that. Like this. High damage output. I just stacked it 3 times. That's 300 damage. That's crazy. That's nuts. Another pro, it has a much larger AoE. So as you can see, this compared to Wind Trap, easy day, it's Napalm wins the AoE part. Okay, like it just covers more ground. You can also do the same thing with Wind Trap as you can with this. You can set it somewhere else after the cooldown is finished. But now let's talk about some of the cons. So Napalm is manually triggered, right? So you have to manually trigger this spell by pressing F. So once you set it, like, just because somebody walks over it doesn't mean it's going to go off. And I don't know why, but that kind of rubs me the wrong way. I don't particularly like that. I'm very much a trapper kind of person, and I like to use traps. So maybe that's why. Also, because it's manually triggered and you have to use F to make it go off, that invites the possibility that you're not going to be able to revive your teammates. You're not going to be able to open doors. That was perfect. Ooh. Ah. So, yeah, you won't be able to revive teammates. You won't be able to open doors. You won't be able to interact with anything. Simply because you have to press F. And I'll show you another thing. Whoops. We lost that. Another con is the fact that you can't use other movesets when you're using Napalm, and I'll show you what I mean. So here I set 3. Let's say, oh, I want to use my crows. It'll automatically set off your Napalm as soon as you go to your other moveset. That's a big con to me. I don't think it should be able to do that. I think that's, first and foremost, it's a trap spell. Like, yes, you can use it offensively, but I don't think it should detonate simply because you want to use crows or something. So I think that's also kind of a flaw. Ooh. 2-for-1 deal. So some other things that I forgot to mention for a pro of Wind Trap. It has a low equip cost. It only costs, I think, like 10 points, if that, maybe less. Whereas Napalm costs a lot more, like 30. And that's when it's at level 1, not even like the really good stuff. So a con of Napalm is it has a high equip cost. So if you're trying to be conservative with your build or whatnot, I would not suggest using Napalm for a low level character. I would save it for a higher level character because the equip cost is just a lot. Not one that I would want to spend on a low character, because you need all the advantages you can get with low characters. So, shoo, man, you're like my arch enemy. And as for Wind Trap, it has a very low cost, like I said before. Good stuff, so. See if we can get this core down a little bit. And there's also something to be said for being able to switch. Not switch. Same detonation is a thing. So both Wind Trap and Napalm can be detonated simultaneously, and I'm not sure where to put that on my list. They're both pros and cons in their own way. So take it how you wish, I guess. These guys are just standing here. Even for AI, that seems like not smart. So, in conclusion, in my eyes, I think Wind Trap is economically more stable and more viable. I think Napalm is great for people who like to attack a lot, are very aggressive. So, to me, I think Wind Trap is a lot better. It's more versatile, in my opinion. You can use all of your skill sets with it. You don't have to be just sat down with only that, like Napalm. So, I mean, like that was a good point for Wind Trap. He was coming after me. I knocked him away. Easy as that. So tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to know what you think. If you have any other suggestions for moves you might want to see, like Fireball versus Electricity or something like that, we can make that happen. I want to win with Napalm. Nice. So let's have a discussion down in the comments about what you guys think. If I missed anything or if you have anything to add, let me know. It's going to be a big discussion, I hope. So I'm looking forward to hearing from everybody. Have a nice day.